Hi guys, welcome to Logie's Food Review. Today is the first episode ever. I really have no idea what this has in store, but I thought it'd be fun. I thought I'd start it off with Arizona. As you can clearly see in the background, I very much enjoy. So I bought a few gallons, and I'm going to be testing all of them and seeing which one is the best. Let's get it started. I did crack open a few of these because I was thirsty. So there's one thing I like about Arizona. It's how everything they do is bigger and full. Like when I just cracked that one open, that one will be too. It was literally filled to the brim. But anyway, getting it going. The first flavor is going to be iced tea with lemonade. It's really good. I already knew that, but you know. It's basically just iced tea with lemon, and the lemon really does add a lot to the taste and makes it much better than usual. Moving on now. So I'm going to show you guys this. It is like full up to right here. They're always amazing with this kind of thing. Fuck. That's the one problem with it being that full. Is spills. Anyway, getting it going. The next flavor is green tea with ginger, except this is decaffeinated. So I wanted to see if the decaf had anything to do with the flavor, making it better or worse. It's got the Arizona taste, you know. It is really good. It's slightly different than normal, like that taste stays in your mouth for longer. I gotta test the regular, but I'm thinking it's probably not going to be as good as the normal green tea. It's nothing against it. I'll probably rank it a 6 out of 10. The lemon was 8 out of 10 though, so. Next flavor will be Southern Style Real Brew Sweet Tea. And I'm curious about this one because I've never been the biggest fan of this one. I've always liked the fruity flavors, and that's gonna fall. But it is actually better than I remember. I always remembered it being a little bit not great, but I'm surprised. I like it a lot. It's been probably a year and a half since I've had it, so I guess it's kind of changed, but I'd rank it probably a 7 out of 10. It's actually very good. It's better than the decaffeinated green tea. Next flavor is just going to be the basic green tea with honey and ginger. This is the kind you see on every can. That's what that shrine over there is for. It's their most basic flavor. I don't want to spill it, so. Ooh. Yeah, this is much better than the caffeinated one. The caffeinated one, it's got a bad taste at the end. It's not that great. I'm a much bigger fan of the basic, but we can't really be surprised. It's kind of obvious it already was going to be better. Still, it's pretty basic. It's good, but it's basic, so it's probably a 6.5 out of 10. I'm going to skip over this one because I want to save it till the end to see if there's a comparison between the carton and the, what's it called? The carton and the jug is the name for it. So this next one is also just another green tea knockoff. It's not knockoff. It's made by the same people, but it's just diet green tea. I'm wondering how it compares to the regular green tea. I'm thinking it's probably going to be better than the decaffeinated, but it's still not going to be as good as the green tea with honey. Yeah, it's really not. It's about same level with the decaffeinated. The ginsel or whatever just kind of overruns it. The honey and the green tea really evens out that taste, but this honestly is probably a little bit worse than the decaf. Yeah, I'm really not enjoying this one. The diet green tea doesn't seem to hold its own. Yeah. Honestly, that's like a 4.5 out of 10. It's really not very good at all. Even the decaf holds above it. Now that we move on from the grossest one, we're going to go for the half and half Arnold Palmer. And I gotta say, I always love these Arnold Palmers, so this is probably going to score pretty high. That's why there is two, one of the carton and one of the jug, just to see if it had any different flavor to it. I would recommend buying Arizona in the gallons though, because they will be like $3 at Safeway, and there's 4 Arizonas in them, basically, like 4 cans of Arizona, and it's $3. So, but yeah, we're moving on to the half and half. Like I expected, half and half, always amazing. That's why there's 2 of them. It mixes really well together, and honestly, it's probably a 9 out of 10. 9.2. I don't got much to say about it then. It's sweet, it's good. You can taste the, like, oh, I had a feeling that might happen. You can taste the lemonade, and it makes it all the better. That's why I have this. Oh, and I dropped the cap. It's a little much there, but you know. Actually, I'm going to take back on what I said. The carton is actually much better. Oh, you know what? I see why now. I accidentally bought half and half diet. That's why. The half and half diet is not nearly as good. I'm going to bump it down a little bit because I was kind of giving it the benefit of the doubt, thinking maybe it was because I had so much, but it's actually like probably an 8.5. Now that I think I'm getting the real taste to it. It's still good, but it's just not great. The half and half jug is much better if you do not get diet, because it is so much sweeter and you can almost like taste the, like, it is just so much better. You guys are gonna have to take my word for it. It is really good. I was thinking I had too much of all the Arizona, and that was, you know, drawing me away from it. But really, it is because that's diet. This still holds up really well. I was kind of giving that a bumped up score because of how much I usually like the flavor. But honestly, that it's not the best compared to the half and half. The real half and half. It's really good. My final ranking for... Oop, camera's moving. Final ranking is probably going to be in this order of... Actually, yeah, I'd say that the sweet tea actually probably... I'm going to get a test of this because this is kind of a wild ball. Or not wild ball, that sounds stupid. Like just a change of events, because... Nope, I'm still going to go with it, you know. It still holds up pretty okay, but it's just not as good as normal. So, how my ranking will go is... Oh. Normal iced tea is the best of them all. Out of all of them I've bought. There's all of these up here, but we're not counting these today. That can be a different video. I'll do a ranking tier list, have a whole tournament set up. This is the best out of all of it. Next is lemon. Lemon has good flavor. It's sweet, it's nice. I really enjoyed it. Diet was a little disappointing because it is diet, so you can't expect the taste to hold up completely, but it's still just not the best. Southern style really surprised me. It is very good. I don't have anything against it. I thought it was going to be worse than it was, and it really wasn't. Green tea, it's the basic, you know. It always goes. It's always going to be the same. It's the most basic flavor, but it still holds up. The decaffeinated actually is not far behind it. It's just not as good. you can kind of taste a lot of aftertaste with it that I don't really enjoy, but it can still be good. But the diet green tea, it really cannot hold its own. It is not very good at all. I wouldn't recommend buying it. If you're going to buy diet, buy the half and half. As you can see, it's so high up on the list, but it's still good. I still enjoyed it, but the diet green tea is not worth it. I wouldn't recommend getting it about ever, unless it's the only one at the store. But I'd like to thank you for watching today. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. I'm hoping there will be more in the future. That's it. Goodbye.